Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 7th of May 2020. And we are going to see what messages are coming through this week. Wow, they all fell out. I'm going to take them. Sometimes with tarot, things fall out. We don't want to take them. You have to feel it inside. I did my first tarot evening of tarot in the garden retreat last week, and I really enjoyed it. Just sharing my love of tarot and but really helping people tap in to their own intuition. That's what it's all about, tapping into your own intuition. No two tarot card readers will read the same. No two yoga teachers will teach the same. It's the same. So it's very important to personalize and to feel into not only the interpretations, but how you want to shuffle them and what spreads you want to do, and and all sorts of things like whether you take the jumpers, the ones that jump out, do you take them or do you put them back? It's all personal. It's all up to you. Everyone does their own. They just came out really quickly, and there's 4 of them, and they're in a beautiful line. They're face down. I don't know what they are, but I'm really feeling that they're the ones to come out. So I'm going with it. And that's what tarot is about. It's not really telling you anything that you don't already know. It's a tool. It's a tool to help you tap into your own divinity, to tap into that guidance from your higher self. And it is about connecting with your higher self, which is actually what came up in the cards, the messages for the month of May. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen to those, because it was very much about, there is nothing more powerful than the love that you are. There is nothing more powerful than the love that you are. But the messages were very much focused on understanding ourselves as multidimensional beings. So for those people that identify with being they're human, then it was really encouraging them to tap into those non-physical, higher dimensional parts of who we are, which is where the guidance comes from, and it's where our divinity shines. Like the higher dimensional parts of us, our soul, but also equally, it was about those people that are aware of their multidimensional nature and do tap into that higher guidance, which a lot of us do all the time. It was also about honoring the physical and honoring the human. Let's not forget the physical dimensional, the third dimensional aspect of our energy being, which is our human. So, because it's very easy when you get into the kind of higher realms to kind of ignore the needs of the physical body. So the messages were very much about connecting with your physical body as well, understanding that it's all part of it. It's all very easy to say, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but let's not ignore that human experience. And there was a real message, and I've seen it since the messages came through. I've seen it in a lot of people that I've been working with. And in myself always, that desire to look after the physical body, honor it, feed it the right foods and give it the right exercise and give it the right, sleep and rest, and, to really look after and honor and love the physical body, and to be more physical, and to be more active and to find some kind of physical activity that you resonate with. And it is about improving the health of your physical, because of course it's all connected. It's all connected, our physical, our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual, and whatever other dimensions we have. You look after one layer and the other layers look after themselves. So it's really important to look after every energy layer, I want to say, or koshas as they're called in yoga. They're kind of the different energy layers. So that's May's messages. So yes, link in description, video in the end screen. You can check those out if you haven't already done so. So for the week ahead, let's have a look what's coming up. I'm really kind of excited. We've got the Queen of Swords, mind over matter. The first of the Hermetic Principles. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen to that as well. Liz Nagle and I did a video on the introduction to the Hermetic Principles. If you have already watched that and you want to dive deeper, I'll put a link in to the book, The Kyballion, which goes into greater detail on all of it, which is not one of my own videos, of course. But mind over matter, the first principle, the first Hermetic principle is the principle of mentalism. The universe is mental. And I'm saying this because she's swords and she's the Queen of Swords, and the transformation that we can see in her throne and on her crown that comes when you understand that it's all about your thinking. In fact, she's actually my let go card. And this has been coming up a lot. Just let go. Let go of all your expectations. I know it's easier said than done, but this is what we're being asked to do, right? Let go of your expectations. Let go of your desires, I want to say, because most of your desires will be from your limited human thinking. If you really want the universe to bring in your full potential is more than you've dreamed of. This is something I am so sure of. You know, when we say, oh, what do you dream? What do you want to manifest? You're already bringing it down because you're not thinking in terms of miracles, are you? Even if you believe in miracles, you're not thinking. We don't think on a daily basis in terms of miracles. We're still thinking from our programming. In order to allow miracles in, we have to stop thinking. She's my let go card. Yes, she has mastered her thoughts, but she's definitely stopped thinking. See, this is all cloudy. And then here you can see, she can see clearly now. She can see clearly. So, yeah, this is definitely about let go of your expectations, let go of your desires. So it's that affirmation that I love. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. If you want to say with ease and grace, put ease and grace on the end, because I know a lot of people that are going through, myself included last year, going through turmoil. Because if the universe is really going to take you to your full potential, it's going to move you. It's going to create change for you because you're not living your full potential right now, are you? So it's going to involve maybe leaving a relationship. It could involve moving house. It could involve moving towns. It could involve moving countries. It could definitely involve changing jobs. It could definitely involve numerous leaps of faith. So it's going to be a little bit like turmoil, turmoil, but in a good way. And then you have to have an inner knowing that the universe is working for you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Like with us last year, it was over a year ago now, when we first moved into the Pago area, it was like we had no idea what was going on. I had to just let go of everything and just trust. Just trust. Just trust in the process of life. That's another beautiful affirmation. I trust in the process of life. I know the universe has my back. Use these affirmations, and you can also use these as beliefs. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen, if I have enough space in the end screen, for the reprogram your mind, reprogram your subconscious mind using the brain integration activities. So use these affirmations, these beliefs that I'm saying, you know, I trust in the process of life. I am safe. The universe has my back. However you want to phrase it, and then use the brain integration activities in the video that I'm talking about, that's in the description, to really help you let go, and go with the flow and trust that the universe is taking you somewhere better than you could ever have imagined. It is so true. The Four of Pentacles, this is very much about don't hold on tightly to your money, because when the universe takes you where you're meant to be, right, money's going to come up as an option, as a something to worry about. okay? Because these changes might cost you money, you might be losing money, you might be leaving a job whereby you had financial security, you might be leaving a relationship where you had financial security. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing, and we have been programmed to think that our future lies in our savings, our future lies in our bank account. That's what people think, but our future lies in our frequency. Whatever the frequency you are, that's the frequency you're creating from. And when you let go of all the resistance, which is going to keep you in a low frequency, you let go of the resistance, and then you can float like a feather in the wind. Okay, so you have no resistance. You also have no control. That's scary, right? We want to let go of the control, because what are you trying to control? You're trying to keep something where it is, but you don't want to be where you are, right? You want to be fulfilling your full potential. And it's not where you are. You've got to let go. You've got to trust. You've got to let go of control. You've got to let the universe do it. Because what's happening is when you let go of all of that, your frequency rises. Every leap of faith you take, your frequency rises. When your frequency rises, it's going to be matched. You are creating from the energy that you are. Remember that your reality, your life, is a holographic projection of you and your frequency. So the higher your frequency, and the less control you have, when you relinquish control, that's going to get reflected back to you, and you won't have anyone trying to control you. It's a beautiful place to be, right? It's total freedom. This is really about money as well, of course. We can't ignore the connection between pentacles and money. But it's like, don't hold on too tightly. Maybe where you're being guided is to spend maybe most of your savings. And people feel very insecure when they do that. Very insecure. I think for some people, it's part of the process, because you're investing in your frequency. As long as what you're spending your money on is investing in your frequency, it's raising your frequency, then you can't afford not to do it, can you? Because the higher your frequency, the better the reality you're creating. It's as simple as that, right? The closer to love and the state of love that you are, the more loving the reality you create. So this is about not holding on too tightly. It's about investing in yourself, investing time, money, energy in yourself. Sorry, just a little bit distracted there. One sec. Sorry. Got distracted. So where were we? We were investing our time, our money, our energy, and our resources in whatever makes us feel good, whatever raises our frequency. You know, something else that I'm hearing a lot is if you say the phrase, I can't afford it, right? Clearly, you're talking about something that you want, because you wouldn't worry about not being able to afford something that you didn't want, would you? So whenever you say the phrase, I can't afford it, and thinking financially, or it could be time-wise as well, you have to ask yourself, why are you even considering that thing, whatever it is that you can't afford financially or time-wise or whatever? Why are you thinking about it, and why do you want it? If you want it, there's a reason that you want it. It's for you. It's a thought. I mean, I don't know, unless you're being frivolous. Frivolous? That's not right. Frivolous? You know what I mean? So if you're saying to yourself, I can't afford to do something, a lot of people are not living their full potential because they think they can't afford to do whatever it is. Or they can't afford to leave a job, or they can't afford to spend money on their training, or they can't afford to spend money on a holiday or going on a retreat or exploring something, whatever it is for you. But if you're saying to yourself you can't afford it, there's something in your mind that you want to do. It's something that you want to do, right? And you're depriving yourself because you're saying you don't have enough money or time. And time is an illusion, and money is an investment in your frequency sometimes. I mean, like if it's something that you want to do. So think about it. The next time you say, I can't afford it, you're keeping yourself in contraction, for starters. We see that in the sway testing video, don't we? When you go backwards, I can't, and you go backwards. I can, and you go forwards. So you're living in expansion when you can do things. So yeah, that's a nice little message this week. The next time you find yourself thinking that you can't afford something that you want, ask yourself, why is it that you want it? Not everybody wants it. Why do you want it? Clearly, you want it because it's something that's resonating with you. It's something that's coming through you. That desire is coming through you. You have that desire for a reason. So maybe you are meant to be investing in it, and maybe you can't afford not to do it. Maybe you can't afford not to make the time to do things. Interesting one. Yeah, there's all your burdens. No, I can't afford it because I've got to spend my money on this, this, and this. Burden, burden, burden. No, I can't spend the time on it because I've got to spend my time on this, this, and this. Well, the Ten of Wands is very much, the message with the Ten of Wands is drop the wands. Drop the wands. Very often, this is just a programming. I need to look after this, this, and this. Well, yeah, maybe you do, but you need to look after it to such an extent that it's lowering your frequency, that it's on your shoulders, pushing you down, taking up all your time and all your money. No, there's another way. The Ten of Wands is telling you there is another way. I mean, I'm not saying give up all your responsibilities. These wands are representing responsibilities, but our responsibilities in life don't have to burden us. When they're divine responsibilities, they're coming from the heart, then it's a joy to look after other people or to do whatever it is that we need to do. It's about learning to love what is and doing things that, from a place of love rather than a place of burdened duty. He's doing things from a place of burdened duty. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if we can shift that and do it from a place of love and gratitude, but he can definitely drop most of those wands. Definitely. This is all self-inflicted. This is self-inflicted burdens. It's like someone trying to be the martyr, but I've got to look after everybody. So I can't do that. And I've got to, I don't know, spend my money on this and I've got to do. Do you? Do you? How much of it is programming? How much of it is ego? How much of it is habit? We started off by saying, let go. Let go of all of it. Let go of your belief that you need to look after all of these wands on your shoulders. You don't need to look after all of these things. Or you can look after them in a far more light-hearted way and not so burdened by them all. Yeah, that's where our massive transformation. This has been coming up a lot lately, and I'm not surprised, of course, because in order to let go and to follow your full potential, what did I say in the beginning? It's usually the end of, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a house, it could be a neighborhood, it could be a country that you're living in. It's definitely death of the ego, death of the programming that you've been operating under. That's definitely the case. The transformation is massive. This is the card with the greatest capacity for transformation, and it is May 2023. So there is transformation galore available. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. And there it is, the horse moving in the right direction, but it looks like it's just disaster around. This is exactly how we felt when we moved to Baker. It was like no water. We had 5 weeks of rain. We were in a mobile home, and the parcella was just a mud bath. And my husband was miles away. And I was like, what's going on? What is going on? Why am I in this situation? It's crazy. But that inner knowing kept me going. And I had to release expectations of how I thought my life was going to be. I had to release all the programming. I had to release my beliefs and expectations about my marriage, about other relationships in my life. I just had to release the whole lot. I had no choice but to just release the whole lot and just trust that I am being catapulted to where I'm meant to be. And I had no idea about the garden retreat and no idea about the sacred site that it's on. So, because I wasn't at a frequency, you have to kind of let go of everything to be that feather that floats without control. You have to let go of the control of everything. This is the greatest transformation that comes when you can let go of everything. Let go of everything. All the thoughts around money. Enjoy your money. Stop worrying about it. Spend it on you and raising your frequency, not wasting it. There's a difference between spending it and wasting it, right? I'm not suggesting anybody waste money, but I am suggesting that we enjoy, and it's not just money, we enjoy our time, our money, our energy, and our resources. And we make sure that we use our time, money, energy, and resources. We use it consciously and sparingly and lovingly and gratefully. And we release all this, I have to do this, I have to do that, all this work. This is it just burdens us. We're having to let go of the wands. Let go of the wands, drop the wands. Because that's where your transformation lies. That's where transformation lies. The transformation lies in letting go of everything. Wow. I mean, it's scary, I understand, but it's where our freedom lies. It's where our freedom lies. Let go of all your thoughts. That's another one I'll put in the description. I think the end screen will be full by now. But how to detach from your thoughts. Because this is all thoughts and beliefs, isn't it? So we've got to detach from it all. Just let go. And let go of all the stories. Let go of all the stories. The stories that are stopping you. The stories that are telling you that your life has to be a certain way. Why? Who said? Who said? I mean, but we are going against our programming. I mean, I wasn't brought up to believe that the lifestyle I'm living now, was the definition of success. What is success to you? Does it mean a big house, a big car, and a prestigious job where everybody's, looking up to you? Or is success, your happiness, your health, being full of love, being full of joy, loving what you're doing, just enjoying breathing? Sometimes I sit there and I just think, I just love sitting and breathing. I guess it beats sitting and not breathing. Yeah, a big let go week. Wow. No, no, no. Get in touch if you want a private reading. I'd love to hear your comments. I always do. You take care. Have a good week. Love you all. Bye for now.